This tutorial is going to discuss how to upload documents to your SkyDrive. Your SkyDrive is your virtual storage space that you have access to through your Baker University email account. So as long as you have an email account that ends with stu.bakeru.edu, you will have access to this cloud computing feature, meaning that you don't need a hard drive, and you don't need a thumb drive or a zip drive or a CD to be able to store or save a document to. Your SkyDrive is a virtual space. You have 25 gigabytes, which is a rather large amount of space. It's something that stays with you for the duration of your account, which is a lifetime account, and it will hold Excel, PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, audio files, video files of certain sizes. You do have to reduce the audio and video size a little bit, but it's a place to be able to store things and have access to it as long as you have an internet connection. Okay, so the way that you'll access your SkyDrive account is I am currently on the Baker website, so if you go to www.bakeru.edu, and if you scroll down, you'll see in the middle toward the bottom, click on the word email, and then under students, click on the graduate and working adult campuses. You'll see these are the email accounts that end in stu.bakeru.edu. You'll see this drops you into the sign-in screen. So your Windows Live ID is your email address. See, mine's already in here. And then you'll type in your password. And then you'll click sign in. Now mine is going to drop me into my inbox. Okay, some of you may drop into, if you haven't signed in before, some of you may drop into a different screen other than your inbox. It's kind of a welcoming screen of your account. When that happens, you'll want to look for where it says mail at the top, and then drop that menu down and just click inbox, and that'll bring you into the screen. Once here in this, and I like to work out of here because I think it's a little bit more accessible, and there's other features in here as well. One of the things that you have in here at the top when you're in your inbox for your email is this term office as a drop-down menu. Okay, up here you'll see recent documents, and your groups. If we go to your documents, this is going to give us access to our SkyDrive account. Okay, and again, our SkyDrive account is a virtual storing space. That means all these folders you see here and any Word documents, Excel documents, PowerPoint documents, PDF files that you would like to upload, you can, worth 25 gigabytes worth. Okay, and so one of the ways that you can do that, or the main way to do that, is to, under the drop-down menu here, New, okay, you can create a folder by clicking on Folder. Okay, when the screen refreshes, you'll want to give your folder a name. Alright, this share with, the option here is we'll look at this from a different view, but the idea is that as you create a folder or as you upload a document to your SkyDrive, you'll have the option to share it with one person or multiple people. It'll be your choice, but we'll look at that in a little different format. So if I then click Next, it tells you right now this folder is empty. We're not add files or create new documents. So you now have the choice to either start anew, where if you drop down this menu here into New, you could begin new Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and I actually have a couple tutorials available on how to do Word and PowerPoint within the cloud computing format, so if you're interested to look at those. Or you can add a file. Okay, so if we click on Add Files, here, right here in the middle of the screen, it says Select Documents from your computer. Go ahead and click on that. Now this is where your computer window will pop up. This is where you need to browse your computer and find your document. So I have a document saved on my desktop, and I'm going to scroll down. Here's my document. I'm going to click on it, then click Open. Now notice the document appears. It's a Word document, the little symbol. It gave you that green line showing you that it was uploading. It tells you the file size, and now it's there. It's been added. Okay. If you need to add more documents, you would come down here select more documents from your computer by clicking on that, and again you're brought back to your computer and you can browse your computer to find more documents to add. Okay. When you are finished adding all the documents that you need, you would click continue. Now here you are. So you're done. You successfully added one file. You'll notice up here, here's the name of the folder it's been added to. Another example. Here's the file. Now within the folder or within individual files is some more functionality. So if I place my cursor over it, you'll see that I can now edit this document within the browser. And again, that would mean that the Word document would open in the cloud, essentially open through my email account, not on my computer, so that I can make edits and changes in it. And again, that's a separate tutorial on how to do that and some of the functionality of that. I could open it as a separate document outside of the cloud, meaning that if you have Microsoft Word as a software program on your computer, you could open the document. You'll see here the idea of, we'll talk about share in a second, because the document is within a folder, so you would have to share the folder itself. And under more, this will give you ways to rename the document. You can then download the document to your computer, and you can save it to your actual computer or thumb drive and take it out of your SkyDrive account. You could also move it if you would like to change folders by clicking on Move. You're going to get a list of all the folders that you've created, and simply for example, I click on public, and then I would click on move this file into the public. It'll think for a little bit here, and then now you'll see that the folder it appears in is a public folder. And keep in mind, public folders are your SkyDrive account is going to have a public folder automatically. And what a public folder is, anything that is in your public folder is accessible by the internet. Okay, the internet being this global, this international global entity. By simply sharing this URL, by copy or cutting and pasting this URL and sharing it with someone, they would be able to click into this public folder and anything you have in here access it. Now that only works with a public folder. Okay, with your other folders you have to handle its sharing permission. So let me show you how to do that next. Okay, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to click on Office here up at the top. Okay, and we're going to click from this screen here. You'll see you're now in your Office, which essentially is your SkyDrive. Okay, we're going to click on View All. Okay, this brings up all my folders so that I can see all the ones I have. And you'll see I have them kind of categorized. I have a personal category, I have a shared by me category, which means these are folders that are shared with individuals or groups already, and then I have nothing down here within the group document setting yet. So let's do this folder here under another example. Let me go ahead and click on the title and drop you into it. So you see that this folder is empty, it has no files in it, but let's go ahead and share it anyway. Okay, see here's the name of the folder. So by clicking on share, there's a few ways to do this. I can edit permissions, I can send a link, or I can get a link. Okay, so if I edit permissions, this is again, this is how you can add individuals to this or add groups to this that have access to the folder, and depending on what kind of privileges you give them will determine what they can do. So if I were to make this everyone public, okay, that means it becomes a accessible folder as long as I give out the URL link, and again the URL would be found up here. As long as the URL link is given out, anyone that has the URL would be able to access the folder. They would be able to view the files. If I scroll this down, you see how the green line kind of diminishes as I move it up, move it down. My friends and their friends, that means that inside your contact list, and you create your contact list within your email account. So when you log in to your email and you go to your inbox where your email is, to the left of that is the way that you create your contact list. It's in another tutorial as well if you're interested in how to do that. But from your contact list, this means that you can share the URL with those in your contact list, and they're able to share the URL as well. Okay, and if I come down here to just friends, these are just individuals in my contact list. And you'll notice with your friends, you can just let them either view the files, or you can give them permission to add, edit, and delete files. So if it becomes a team or a collaborative folder that you're working with others on, you can give them permission to exchange documents. Some friends is just another way to kind of filter out your contact list and choose and pick uh, um, which list of people within your contacts you want to share it with. So if if you have a particular learning team or a particular group, or you're collaborating with someone on a project outside of your traditional learning team, you would be able to control it this way and create subgroups. And again, the contact list is generated by what you have in your email when you're in the inbox in your email. And then by just me makes it private. So I'm going to go up here to some friends. Now, one of the things that you can also do is that you can email someone and invite them, even if they're not part of your contact list currently, and invite them. So if I type in Susan Rogers' email, you see I started typing her name, it appeared, I clicked on it, and now here she is. All right, and Susan can edit, add, or delete files. So if I hit save, I'm going to get a window here. Now I can send Susan a message saying this is, just an example to let her know, but I can then send her an email that would have a link to this file in it that lets her know that, hey, I've shared this file with you, or I've shared this folder with you and all the files within it, and you now have access to it. You could also skip this. So if you know that you're going to be working with someone and they know that you're going to be sharing it with them, you don't have to send them a message. If I click send, okay, permissions for this folder have been changed. Susan's been sent the message. She can now add content. And you could begin sharing documents that way and access it through your SkyDrive account. You can also see up here there's a few more little features within the folder as far as managing it. You can get details like a thumbnail sketch, or this is how it appears to you as far as files. You can get sort by date, so that if you have multiple files in here, you can do it by the name of the file, or the type of file, whether it's Word or PowerPoint or PDF or Excel. You can do it by file size, largest to smallest, smallest to largest. You can even do date from date created, or how long the file's been in there. You could delete. This would delete the entire folder. This would delete the entire folder and get rid of it. And under more, you can rename the folder, and you can get the folder's properties. The nice thing about the folder's properties, if you click on this, it also gives you a way to add comments. So if it is something that you're sharing with other people and you want to add comments on here, you can leave a message, check out the new doc. Okay, by clicking add, that's going to add that comment. It gives you the profile of who added it and how long ago it was added. And also, if you come over here to the right, you'll see who you've shared it with, so you can adjust that if you need to. You'll see what type of documents are in there, but then you'll see the size, so if you need to keep track, and then you also get the web address to it. So if it is a public folder, you can share this link in that manner. All right? And the way to always kind of get back out is if I were to come up here and go back out to Office, and from Office under the Personal and Shared, these are the various types of folders you have. And so if you were to just click on View All, it would then give you a list of all your folders that are located within your SkyDrive. So essentially what this gives you is a virtual space to put documents into. And again, it'll take PDF, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, audio-visual files. The audio-visual files, they have to be less than 10 megabytes, so you may have to split them or reduce their size, so that's something to be conscious of. But it becomes a virtual storage space in the cloud so that you can be mobile with it and pull it up anywhere that you have internet connection.